Alright guys, Geo7 here and welcome to another video on this channel. Today I have another trading video regarding the marquee matchups. I like to bring you out these marquee matchups because these are the best way of making coins. Before I do start, I do want to tell you that these four nations are the players that we are going to be looking at today, and the players in them that you can make the most money out of. I have done the Spanish one and you get a Prime Goals players pack, so I think 45,000 coin pack. Decent overall, but the most important thing is that you only allow 4 players from the Santander, and that's where it gets very, very expensive, because you have to buy players from other nations, and you do need 9 Spanish players. You need 5, 7 and 4, so 7 Italians as well. That can also be expensive. There are a couple of players that I did look at from the Spanish one that did catch my eye and did seem very, very expensive. So if we do go over to Spain and we type in Xabi Alonso, he seemed to be appearing on the market quite a bit. If we go over to 2,400, as you saw there was a 1,500 card. If I can pick it up, no, too late. 1,400, no. So Xabi Alonso is a very good player. As I was doing this, I saw that you can probably make quite a few coins out of doing them. I'm going to see if I can just quickly pick one up for you before we move on to the next player. So I usually bring you videos regarding do it before the SBC, but obviously I don't know these SBCs are coming out, and so I'm telling you this now to try and make some coins for you. So if you have got any of, especially the non-Santander Spanish players, that'd be very good. Or if you've got the non-French Portuguese League Portuguese players, or if you've got the non Serie A players, that's what it is looking at. So see, a player like Bojan, very, very expensive because he's from an alternative league, but you don't need to get Bojan there. If I was to say anything, I would get the, don't know his name, but the Spanish one from Porto. Let's have a quick look what his name is, so I can tell you how to make this very cheap rather than going expensive. So the Spanish league one from Porto is Torres. Oliver Torres. Get him, get Xabi Alonso, and then what I did do is get a perfect link with Belotti and Baselli in the middle, as I did have Teo on the right wing, and that is a nice little link together. So them players you can make quite a few coins on. Obviously the 2 players I've shown you, you can make quite good profits if you are able to snipe them. And then Italians in the Premier League, and how expensive they're going to be. As you need an 80 rated team, the lower rated players are quite cheap. If I do go over concept, I can have a look at the non-Italian league players and show you how expensive they are. We go over to League Nation at Italy, concept Premier League. So there's Gabardini. Gabardini, is that a normal card? If that is, that'll probably be quite an expensive card at the minute. So no, that's quite cheap as well, but I would say do the same sort of tactic as they would for the Spanish teams to get an alternative nation for there. So if we do go over to Liga Earn, obviously we have Balotelli, Motta. Motta might be fairly expensive at the minute. I will have a look on the market for Motta. He might be a very good player to do. Yeah, he's a bit more. I don't know if he's always this much, but as you can see, Thiago Motta is an expensive purchase. Very expensive. He must be one of the only ones to have to use this. Otherwise, people are just spending ridiculous amounts on him for no reason. So yeah, I would. If he's the only player you gotta get, he's probably decent to snipe because obviously people will be listing him up for the minimum. Apart from that, I did get a Xabi Alonso. I don't know if it will show me, no, but I did get a Xabi Alonso for very cheap. I'll just see if I can pick one up again. Otherwise, that will be the video. I just say ship off your players that aren't from the same league nation as their actual nation, and then also try and get as many of these snipes, especially Xabi Alonso. I believe, as you can see, there's quite a few coming up all the time for Xabi Alonso. Same one again. But anyways, that's been the video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like rating, please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.